Welcome on our presentation about Philips headphones.
Hello everyone, my name is Shahzad. We are in the team one and we worked together in the last days with a team assignment. So the assignment is we need to choose the product of the Philips company and analyze, work with statistics, and of course compare with other competitors. And we should to know how we can improve the sales and rating of the product. So after discuss it with our group mates, we chose that the Philips wireless earphones. So the first thing we just started to create a survey and share it to the different the channels to our friends, and we got the data from them, and we just started to analyze in SPSS.
Hello, my name is Roland. Now I will go through our presentation by talking about the problem statement. The problem here is that people are not really interested or don't know Philips brand product. This is showing by the first graph when only 9% of people have been hear about Philips wireless. The biggest impact is which the recommendation percentage is low. As we can see on the second graph, only 16% of people strongly recommend our product against 60% of who don't want to recommend that product. This is a big problem as they want to be able to sell products if they are a low audience, because when people doesn't know too much about product, they still don't care about it and no one will want to buy it. Therefore, you should consider solving this problem in order to sell better and be competitive on the market trends.
From a macroeconomic standpoint, if we're looking at the trends that are inherent to the earphone business or industry, it's clear that the technological enhancements are way more important than any other design innovation. So people want to have a better experience using earphones. They want to be safer using earphones. They want the earphones to adapt to their needs. Since people mainly listen to it for either fitness, studies, or entertainment, companies have to do an effort and propose technological features that enhance those experiences, basically. So just to cite a few, noise cancellation is a big one because people want to be able to block out the noise. They want to be able to focus on what they're doing. So noise cancellation is becoming increasingly important in the earphone industry. You also have volume regulation, which is a big trend because people are arguing that earphones are basically endangering our capacity to hear in the long run. There are also risks of becoming deaf in the long run. So therefore, volume regulation is also an important component health-wise for consumers. You also have the connectivity with your other devices. How easy it is to connect your earphones to your phone or to your watch.
Hi, my name is Cesare. So positioning the product. This is very important case in case of our company, which is Philips. As they are not as known as Apple or Xiaomi or Samsung, they need to try to position their product better. So mainly they can focus on targeting the audience, the people from specific group age. In our case, it's between 16 years old up to 50, because this is the group of people that want to buy a new product and don't really want to buy an Apple. The unique selling propositions. So when you are offering someone or something which they can rely on or they can identify with, it's much better option for you. Also, the competitors in these days, it's a huge amount of people, or the company actually, that are selling similar products. They're more known and well developed. but still you can manage the production by selecting the main competitors and trying to maybe not copy but do the similar things as they're doing. And also you need to be focused on the places that you want to sell. So in our case, in our questionnaire, we made the question where the people came from. Almost 30% of the people came from Africa, and also the other 30% came from Europe. This is mainly because we've done it on the European market, but in case of whole world, it's pretty a lot of information. Next slide is about factors that influence purchasing decisions. There are 4 factors that are influencing consumer decisions. These are the situational factor, personal factor, psychological factors, and social factors. In our case, we mainly focus on the personal factors as the demographics, lifestyle, and life stage. So when we done the questionnaire, we mainly focus on the place where people come from, because in our case, in our company, this is very important, as the Philips want to have more shops and sell their products in more places, which will give them the possibility that they will be well-known brand, as it in case of Apple. We've done the questionnaire in Europe, Africa, Oceania, and Asia. We mainly see that the people came from Europe and from Africa. That's where there is the high demand for the products from Philips, and that's why they should focus on these places. The lifestyle is also very important in our case, because in these days there is such a high competition between the huge companies such as Apple, Xiaomi, Samsung, or Philips, and people used to buy the products that other one have. So if there is like 30 people that having the Apple or the AirPods, there will be less possibility for other people to buy a Philips. That's why it's so important in these days. It all comes to the need recognition, information searching and processing, identification of evaluation and alternatives, purchase decision, and post-purchase behavior. This is why it's very important for Philips company to do such a things.
From a macroeconomic standpoint, we can say that Apple leads the pack with around 50% of the total market shares in earphones through Apple and Beats by Dre, which they also own. Furthermore, they have a revenue of approximately $10 billion in 2002, which leads the pack by far. Following up closely, we have Samsung, JBL, Bose, and LG Electronics. As we can see, Philips is nowhere to be seen. They have a certain presence in Europe, especially in France, where they account for 9% of the total market share. So while we were running our survey, it came out clear that most people weren't familiar with Philips or weren't using Philips. So the quantitative data basically highlighted the fact that Philips doesn't really have a strong presence in the market or a certain customer base. Therefore, we were able to come out with business recommendations using qualitative data, asking directly questions related to Philips to our customers, to our respondents. And the feedback that came back was mostly to try and emphasize efforts on innovative technology in earphones. For successful positioning.
Thank you for listening, and I hope we'll see each other on the campus.